You're a brave one to be alive.
We played it yesterday.
And I'm here to testify. There ain't nobody quite like you to rise above the world the way you do. So kiss me now, won't you kiss me now? We ain't got time till the fire burns out. You're down, the care's too much for all the world and how you lift them up. I can't get higher, 'cause I'm off the ground. So hold me close, my love, and kiss me now. Kiss me now, won't you kiss me now? We ain't got time till the fire goes out. Kiss me long, kiss me close, 'cause I love you so, my dear, you'll never know. Seen 1,000 sunsets by the ocean, walked 1,000,000 miles holding hands. And if I had a prayer that I could pray to, I'd sing it out and fly to you again. Kiss me now, won't you kiss me now? We ain't got time till the fire goes out. Kiss me long, kiss me so close, 'cause I love you so, my dear, you'll never know. And I'm here to testify. There ain't nobody quite like you to rise above the world the way you do. So kiss me now, won't you kiss me now? We ain't got time till the fire goes out. Kiss me long, kiss me so close, 'cause I love you so, my dear, you'll never know. Kiss me now, won't you kiss me now? We ain't got time till the fire goes out. Kiss me now, won't you kiss me now? We ain't got time till the fire burns out.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day,
Or just to say good morning.
so get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, 'cause it's showtime.
And Slick is playing music all over the place.
Music, taco, taco.
Kiss
Kiss me now.
What's the name of that song? Kiss?
Kiss Me
You
Now.
know?
Kiss Me Now. That is a new release coming out on March 18th by Lauren Monroe and Rick Allen, the drummer for Def Leppard. So that is a new song. We had the privilege of interviewing them yesterday.
And we didn't get permission to do that song.
Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, yes?
What a day we had
Talk
yesterday.
to me Tuesday. Yeah, talk to me.
Did you
Tell
see
me.
that yesterday? We had them with the drummer.
Rick Allen.
And Rick Allen. And you know, I posted his helping veterans and everything. I posted it on the cafe, so
The
you
Radio Drum
guys.
Foundation. Did you put that up?
I put it up.
Nice.
So if you want to help out vets and stuff, that's a good way of doing it. So we got to interview them. We got to do last night Mama Ali and Maureen. Interview
Which is
them.
that was a great show. Maureen's good.
I told you
And
she was
Mama
good.
Ali is, there's no one like Mama Ali.
She's lost a lot of weight. I mean, she said to Slick, how come he's running away from me?
She lost a lot of weight.
I saw her.
Did she chase you?
She look a whole different woman.
whole
like
different
she,
woman.
She
Right?
aged backwards.
That's exactly what you
Felina
told
Button,
her.
she looks like she's aging backwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
She looks fantastic.
She looks like a
Yeah.
$1,000,000.
So I think she's going to be in here Friday to celebrate. Her birthday's on Thursday.
Yeah, it is.
So I think she's going
a
to come in on
St.
Friday
Patty
to
baby.
celebrate for us. Today is Jay Harmon's birthday, so happy birthday to the colored pencil artist. A lot of birthdays this week.
And we had an explosion last night. My son decided to do some work,
Oh my gosh, it's nice.
and he filled the merch store with new merch. The kids actually vectored everything, and I gave it to him to do, and I waited, and then it exploded. So we have, it all starts with you. We have water canisters. What
We
else
got
is
phone
it?
cases, a jigsaw puzzle of the dancers of Jay Harmon, that beautiful romantic Latin dance. We should order one actually.
We should. And I'm going to tell you something. That's going to be a tough puzzle.
Because it's all black and
This
white.
is all black. How do you do a puzzle all black like
Your
that?
son's sense of humor is daunting.
He's weird. I said to him,
Daunting.
he says, I hope it takes you a year to figure this one out. I says, it ain't me. Alana's the puzzle queen.
And the underwear with the hot dog, that is hilarious.
I got
gotta
that.
tell you.
I got that from something somebody in here sent me. Was it you? Was it him?
I don't know.
There was a website that does that.
It's really funny though. Matches the hot dog shirt.
And I sent it to him. He says, we could do that. We could do that.
So it's hilarious.
And he's making a bra that's ketchup and sauerkraut.
No. Oh my God. So check
Gia.
out our website, brooklyncafe.tv under shop. You'll see all the merch in our collaborative merch store. It looks fantastic. He's done a really, really nice job.
Sense of humor my son has.
He has a sense
You
of
know what I
humor.
want to get? The thing for the computers, that
He
jacket.
has that too. The Brooklyn Cafe laptop case,
I like
which
that.
is really nice. It's like a zipper cover. He did a lot of hard work. It looks fantastic, Gio. So thank you for all that you did. And we just have to add these in. Free gift with purchase. These are adorable.
We didn't send that picture
People
to him.
love the fact that it's got everything in here.
How come you don't have it in your car?
I should put it in my car.
Yeah, it's like, how come you don't have yours in your car?
I think these are so great.
You've had it for 3 days.
I mean, I'll put it in my car today. I mean, it was the
You have one,
weekend.
Bailey?
Can you count the
Yep,
weekends?
it's at my house.
You got one?
Why don't you put it in your car?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Can you count it?
We got to give Connor one. Oh, you don't have a car. And you don't have a car.
So it's at her house.
It's at my
Where
house.
it is in the earring.
Actually,
No, don't do that. Don't do it.
It's a possibility.
Yeah,
No,
with
it's too
Bailey,
heavy.
Anything's a
You get a
possibility.
droopy ear.
So we had a long day yesterday, but it was really nice. The amount of celebrities that we got to meet and interview was, I have to tell you, bucket list titling.
It was.
Because after so many years of what we do and the hard work that we put forward and the people that come forward, those are really amazing interviews. And then the one we had on Friday with Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, which was very cool also.
I would love to get all of these people in here, all
Oh, here's a
13
phone number. We
bands.
can call them.
That's what we'll do today.
So let's,
Also, I want to say that the drummer
Rick Allen.
said some very nice words to us.
Yes, he did.
And it's not ever in my life. Now, I got to interview
You haven't edited
Obama.
and clipped it yet?
No, I was going to, but it seems showboaty, so I don't want to do it. But I got to interview Obama, Michelle, and Barack, and I got to talk to the Clintons. And they never
Huh?
said a kind word to me. They just answered the questions. But I think that what he did yesterday, for the first time in my life, somebody actually acknowledged what we do. Somebody from a different culture, a higher culture, and it felt pretty cool.
He's young.
He is.
He played for Def Leppard when he was 17. Think about that, back in 1982.
And he has this whole ideology of music and drumming, and she's into the whole holistic deal with the drums and things of that nature. So lots of success on the new song, which is a different type of venue for her if you listen to her tracks.
So a lot of tracks, a whole album. She's going to be releasing one EP at a time. So this is the one that comes out on the 18th, and then Kendra, as you said, has another song dropping on the 18th as well.
Yep.
Nice.
And she said maybe for my birthday she comes in and sings it.
K.E., our Ginger, she says, you need me there for St. Patty's Day. I said, come. She goes, I'll be in L.A. Like, okay, or Vegas. I said, come when you get
But I
back.
thought she's back.
She said Friday, so we'll see when she gets back in town. Maybe she'll come next week and drop it here.
Maybe she'll...
She says, we need a Ginger in the house.
We do. We should make it the token ginger. Also, last night, I gotta give credit where credit is due. I think Alana did an outstanding job interviewing a healthcare company,
I got to ask you about that.
and she got the material like 10 minutes before.
I didn't get to hear it. The sound was not on in the lobby where I
Why?
was sitting.
You just have to turn the lobby on. That's
But
all.
that pig that was behind him,
Okay, let's stay on point here.
That art
Excuse
piece,
me.
it was
Excuse,
interesting,
excuse
no?
me. No, I'm talking about Alana. I'm not talking about the pig, and I'm not talking about the guy that was interviewed. I'm not talking about
did a
any of
good
that.
job.
I just was shocked
Really? She's
at
so
how
good,
far she's come on doing something cold. You know, a lot of times I'll bring people in here to do something cold, like we call them hard starts and things of that nature, because I'm looking to see how advanced they are in their own security of what we're doing.
though. You mean everything you do has a reason?
Everything.
Really?
Even Bailey has a reason. And your strips have gotten more technical and better as time has gone on.
Yeah.
And I
Very
do
talented.
honestly believe if Walt Disney, if you're listening, this is your next animator. You are very good at what you do, and your creative thinking is beginning to flow. This is what this whole exercise was about.
Thank you.
But Alana did such an outstanding job yesterday. I almost lost track of time on the show. I was so amazed at how much she's accomplished in such a short period of time doing what she loves to do. She was born to be in front of a camera. She has a lot of the traits that you have. When I spoke to you back when and said, come on, let's come do this. You guys in front of a camera are just natural.
Yeah, I can tell she is like real. I can tell she's like very confident on the camera. It's like she's a natural at it. Like,
I gotta admit, I was profoundly shocked as to how well. Not that she doesn't do well all the time, but last night I gave her the elements like an hour before the show, so she really didn't have time to prep. And my goodness, did she bring it! And she put the laptop away from the camera. She did a lot of things right yesterday,
Nice.
which I was impressed with. And
Nice. Yeah, I was in the lobby talking to Maureen and Mama Ali, hearing all of how Mama Ali has transformed her health. A lot of women empowerment, which was a really interesting conversation to have with the ladies, which you didn't hear. So when we left, you were on thinking one thing. When we came back in the room, I
It's a
felt
whole
like
different
it was
conversation.
American Idol, right? It was a whole different conversation. I didn't know how to get you that information because, other than the way I got you the information, because it's not about, which I find so interesting. Mama's whole life has been built on Muhammad Ali and what she did for him in boxing and in the ring, and Maureen as a boxer, and she's going for the world title again. She's boxing again in April. You think boxers and fitness, right? They are going the whole different way back to women empowerment and what it's like to be an empowered woman because of their fitness, but to be an empowered woman, and how that trickles into everything, into dating, into finances, into business, into how you're perceived. Totally different side
Totally
of what you
different.
were thinking.
well, the only thing I was thinking was that I wanted to see if Maureen can do a cold interview. And by a cold interview, it's like if I tell Slick or Crazy Horse over here,
Yeah.
I want you to interview somebody on a camera, and they're going to say, what do you want me to ask them? That's what a cold interview is. You have to create the interview. And that's what I threw at Maureen yesterday. Now, Maureen has been champion before, yes?
Yeah.
She has belts and everything, and she came in with the belts, which I thought was kind of cool. And she's going to Houston to fight again. And then she's going to, hopefully, if she wins that fight, maybe there'll be a championship belt waiting for her to fight for here in Florida.
Yep.
But I was reaching out to Maureen because I said to her, you know, Maureen, you're like Brady. You're like the GOAT, and you're still at 41 doing this. And if it wasn't such a physicality involved, I can understand. I mean, you're getting hit.
I don't know how people do that.
And you're getting hit more than a football player. You're getting hit. And she's a female. What are you going to do after the fight? So all I was looking for yesterday was to watch her body language, so to speak, in the interview. And Mama Ali, you know, Mama Ali's bigger than life, so you ain't going to get a more bigger persona to interview than that.
Yeah.
So she looked at me and she goes, oh, I get it. I see what you're doing. And she brought it.
It was such an interesting night, interesting conversation when they were interviewing, interesting behind the scenes when I got to talk to them, and then again as
We had to shut them off.
continue the conversation. But it was a great night. Yeah, I think about the amount of people, these great celebrities that we got to work with yesterday was, wow,
I know. I went home and I said, man, I can't believe that today happened.
right? It was one of those things where they say if you don't take a picture, it didn't happen. Not only did we get pictures, fortunately, which is why I wanted to get pictures with everyone. We got great content, great interviews, great videos. So if we can help amplify your impact any which way, today on our midday show, we've got Kindness Angels coming in with some other great friends. Hopi Soapy, someone who creates soaps for those that are homeless, giving some hope to them. And then we've got someone coming in from the Ferrari Club and their philanthropic endeavors on spreading kindness. A lot of cool things.
It's funny. Cole yesterday was here, and he says, we got to go back to doing the fun
He
stuff.
wants fun stuff.
So I said, what's the fun stuff? He says, like Mr. Bubbles. I said, well, why don't you put on a skirt and do a hula dance?
There you go.
He says, I'm all in.
My new segment, Cole's Crumbs, as we had Pop-Tarts.
Yes, everywhere.
Cole's Crumbs.
When is he
Cole's Couch.
starting his show? Anybody know?
He says tomorrow, but he's got to work on his elements. And then they're going out to do a commercial tomorrow afternoon. They're going to be shooting for the Spa Facial by Maria down in Fort Lauderdale, highlighting a spa and putting that together.
Lucky's coming in today.
Is she?
She's doing her Tuesday show.
Okay, I knew something else was coming in today.
And the funny thing is that there's an event tomorrow, and I'd like to send Salsa, but I don't think we see Salsa.
We
tell
will
her.
see her tomorrow, but she's got to go down to Fort Lauderdale to do that shoot.
Gotcha.
So we'll see what happens with that. What else you got cooking on? I know we have a PC's downloading for the afternoon show.
Some amazing stuff happened in Russia yesterday. We're going to bring you that at 12 because it's cooking. It's still not ready.
And apparently, again, the teachers are stepping up, just like they did here during the pandemic. Good morning. The teachers of the Ukraine are stepping up to keep their students engaged. And they're doing as much as they can still in person. If the kids are coming out, they said they're teaching. They're doing dance. They're doing physical activity. They're doing meditation. They're trying to keep these kids as engaged as possible.
I don't understand that.
Why?
Because you're in a war zone. It ain't time. It's not time to do that. You know, you're ducking
war
bullets.
Could last. What do you do with the kids in school? It means kids
What
don't
school?
get educated.
What are we
Yeah, but you
talking
can't
about?
let kids. Look what happened for 2 years. You can't let kids go without schooling and education and without an outlet.
I'm
They can't
sorry.
help.
I'm sorry.
The kids
What
aren't
home?
fighting.
First of all, there's no school. There's no home. There are bombs everywhere. There's bullets flying. You're
Not
gonna send a
everyone
kid
has
to
flee.
school?
I guess online, not everyone has left the country.
To
though.
the west, because they ain't there yet.
Not everyone has left.
Everybody to the east, there ain't nothing. Odessa's next to fall.
in Kyiv.
So what do? You're gonna send kids to school? I think we have a bigger problem than school right about now.
So the prime ministers of so many countries went and they met with Zelensky yesterday, I guess, to offer support.
He's gonna be talking to Congress today. And apparently they had a 8-hour meeting with China yesterday. And China says, wait a minute, you can't tell us what to do. And the U.S. says, we're not telling you what to do, we're asking. So there's a big meeting going on again today between the Ukrainians and the Russians. Putin ain't gonna stop, man. He ain't gonna stop. Now Poland's getting all crazy because they said that 15 miles from the Polish border, they took out that's where we were storing the stuff to give to the Ukraine. They took it out. What do you think is gonna happen? You have missiles right next to the border. What do you think is gonna happen?
I don't know. I can't believe we're living this again. I met a man online. You know, we have so many followers, and I saw this great post that he put out that his dad, 96 years old, was interviewed last week by the Shoah Foundation, which I didn't realize it was local. And there's this is put together by Steven Spielberg, this technology. And the Shoah Foundation is bringing it forward in Dania Beach, so right in Hollywood. 1,000 questions they asked this man. And they're going to turn him into a hologram. So anyone that comes to this museum foundation can ask him any question. And of these questions, there are multiple answers. So this is coming to fruition.
They set that all up?
That was done last week, and in the process of now putting the hologram and all the technology together. And we get to interview him next week.
Very
So
cool.
I'm very excited. He's coming into studio next
We had to send
Wednesday.
people down to get some
He's coming
video.
up.
Close up.
He is coming to us.
I know, but I want to go down and see it.
So I don't think it's there yet. I think the foundation is there, but his exhibit has not been put out. They just did the filming last week.
I sent you something from the Leonardo da Vinci exhibit.
Yes.
Did you see that? Yvonne Haas took her mother.
How is Yvonne?
She's doing great. She's coming back to life. She's putting some things together. But she sent me that because she took her mom, who loves it. Now, you want to talk about a field trip? I mean, I would shut it all down to go.
All right, we'll take them.
It is unbelievable.
We'll take them. I know they're only open certain days of the week, so we'll
Yeah.
find a day and take you guys
You
field
like,
trip.
You like,
Field trip?
yes.
Oh,
even
boy,
you,
a
even
field
you,
trip.
Even you can go. You probably have to miss class because it's more than a couple of hours. So we'll
it's
talk
up,
about
it's
it.
up in West Palm Beach. but
Depends
that
on
would
what
be
day
really
it
cool.
is.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna get
Wait.
It's more than a lunch break.
It's his works of
Are
art.
you- I understand. We
Well,
be immersed by
Well, what do
his
you think?
works
You're
of
gonna
art.
go and stand in the fingers of God, and you're just gonna sit there and leave? You gotta absorb it.
I know what you're talking about because like when I go to the IMAX, the Museum of Science, like
Yeah, what, you go in there for 15 minutes?
No, it takes a while for me to be like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
I go have lunch and I come back and watch it a second
I was
time.
going to ask you, what do you do when there's people that read everything on, you know, the little, do you read them all?
All of it.
Anyone
then I
else
take a
read
picture.
them all?
Of what?
You read them all.
Really? You read them
Those
all?
cards.
You read them all?
All,
I'm sorry.
all of them?
It's like shaking his own car.
Not only that, but I have people taking a picture of me in front of them.
Oh no, I understand the photo op, but like you read them all?
Yeah.
I mean,
What's the matter with
You
you?
can skip two and then read them.
If they're taking my $20,
True.
I'm reading them all. I went to the museum.
Are you a fast reader?
Why? Are we catching a
'Cause I
bus
think
at
I'm
one?
I think I'm
Do
a
we have to
slow reader.
leave?
I feel like I don't read because it's this, people read faster than me and they walk, so I just walk. And
It's
I don't
in
know
Braille,
what
by
I'm
the way.
reading. You just touch it?
It's in Braille.
Going by, everything's just going by. Like if I'm in a group of people, it's just going by. I'm like, oh, okay, I was halfway. All right,
No,
we're leaving.
no. You people wait till I finish reading, and then I'm Puerto Rican, so it's not the words; it's the comprehension
Did you read it again and again?
to understand what the hell I'm reading.
Tracy thinks you're funny. So she'll
Right?
come with us.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't actually.
You ever been to a museum? Give her a microphone. Do you?
Yeah.
You've been to a museum? Do you read the cards when you go by, or you just run through it?
No, sometimes. It really depends if I'm super interested in it.
What interests you?
I don't know.
This is
I went to-
Leonardo
I went
da
to,
Vinci.
I can't think of the museum. It's in New York, and the National.
Museum of Science,
Yeah, I think that's what. it is.
Science, or you went to the round one?
Guggenheim,
The
the
No,
Guggenheim?
it wasn't the Met.
The
I'm pretty-
MoMA.
It was the one that
With the
the
dinosaur?
movie was based after.
The movie. That was
Dinosaur?
Yeah.
that was the Museum of Natural
Yeah,
History.
how do you go?
That's the one. Yep, that's the one.
I lived there.
Did you?
Yes.
You did?
I went on a school trip in the 5th grade, and I hid from the school.
There was a book that came out like that, and two kids stayed, and they lived in the museum.
And they came back to find me, and they grabbed me by my ear, Mr. Radar. He says, "Come here," because they had to go to school at 109. They had to come back to get
Wait
me.
till Rowan does that.
I don't blame him. I love the you know that what they call that, the astronomy thing.
The planetarium.
Oh my God!
Man,
And
I
the
wish I
cha-
tried that as
and
a
the
kid.
chairs go like this, and you're laying down, and I was like, wow.
There's some field trips you go on as kids that are really cool, right? And you don't realize how cool they are until you're an adult. Sometimes I think you should go to school as an adult, but appreciate what you do as
A child.
a child. But we don't.
Did you ever go to Central Park and they have a house there, a movie theater, little boys or little kids playhouse or something?
Yeah.
and I saw Charlotte's Web. Now you gotta understand, I must have been, I don't know, young, and I still remember it, and I smell the wood still. I mean, that's like
The
an
things
impact.
that you remember, right?
Oh my God.
Field
And
trips
yes, I
and
read
doing
every
things.
card. And if I'm there, it must interest me. You ever go on a date with somebody and they take you there? They take you to a place that you're not really fond of, and then you find out, hey, this is kind of cool. No?
I've been on a date like.
You wouldn't, you wouldn't go on a
I've
date?
been on a date.
You know, we
where-
can grab another mic.
There's six of them.
Yeah, I've been on a date where like
You went on one date?
no, it was in one day. It was just a date that kind of took me out of character, and I
Where'd you
threw
go?
up. On the
You
sea.
threw up.
On the sea.
You
Like,
threw
it was-
up.
It was a night dinner.
Or you
You
went
know
on a
this thing
boat?
about throwing up. You go to the gym, you throw up. You go to the parks and throw up.
I think you get nervous around women.
No, it was
The waves?
Motion. It was just
Oh, you
just
just
all
got seasick?
bad. Yeah.
It happened to me in Cancun.
You guys ever get seasick on a swing?
No, I don't swing.
Sometimes.
I'm
You ever
not
get-
a
you ever
swinger.
get nauseous? I'll go on a swing and I think this is so much fun. Even when you go like at Cracker Barrel, you sit outside and the benches go like that. I just can't.
You know,
even go like this. at the
If I
same
ever
time.
saw you, I would move that swing up and then just leave you
You're supposed
there.
to be fun things. I'm like, oh, I just can't do it. But how do I tell people all these weird things I've got?
You ever go down a slide and get a rub burn?
Yeah.
Ouch!
Yeah.
That's what I said. Who invented this thing? Aluminum, and it's 100
What's
degrees.
going on over there? When are you doing your show?
I don't know.
When does it interest you?
What?
Was it interesting?
What kind of museum do you like to go to?
I haven't been to a lot, but I liked the Museum of Natural History. I thought that was interesting.
You like living in Florida?
Yeah.
What kind
I
of
don't really have
museum?
much of an opinion on it. I don't know.
The Florida?
Like it's a place to live.
Wow.
Better than New Jersey? Different than New Jersey?
Different. I don't know about.
No, Jersey's much better.
Like, I don't know.
You like
I don't know
Jersey
how to
better than
compare the
Florida?
two.
Oh yeah, Cherry Hill,
Yeah? Why?
because I was the only bowling alley in there, and everybody went there.
Oh, bowling. We should go bowling.
We should go to Strikes.
I like bowling.
You like to bowl?
I do.
I
There's a
can't.
new bowling
I
place
can't bowl no
in
more.
Meisner.
It's called Strikes.
Oh, I heard
It's
that.
$20 an hour per person.
Yeah, Bacons were there. They did the balloons in the grand
$20
I
opening.
thought they were at the cigar bar.
Yeah, they.
No, they were at
They
Strikes.
usually charge per game, don't they?
Yes.
I think the one on near the mall, I don't know, that's a new one also. But then there's one
No,
in
let's go to
Meisner.
Strikes on Meisner because we're going to be doing some concerts across the street. We should talk to them.
Yeah, maybe they'll give us some free. $20 an hour per person.
Plus
Yeah.
shoe rental.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's robbery.
Who bowls for an hour?
I don't think it's $20 an hour. It's impossible. Nobody rents a bowling alley by the hour.
You sure?
I think maybe that's the room.
No, some people. Some
I don't
bowling
know, we gotta
alleys
look it
do
up.
by the game, by like the end of the game.
You know, we have to ask this Cole because he bowls everywhere. He's like a major
He said
league
Thursday
bowler.
night is like bowling night at the place near the mall. What's it called? Bolero?
Bolero.
That
I
one's
went there
busy.
once. They have good nachos.
Real? I haven't been there. In
You went to
forever.
bowl or you went to
So
eat?
Both. Well, I met my friends there. I actually didn't even bowl. Because they got there like a lot earlier than I did, and then they were like almost ready to leave by the time I got there, so I just got some nachos, launched them bowl.
All right, let's call Strikes today. Let's find out some information on.
Did you see what The Rock eats before? Made me think with nachos before he works out.
What does he eat? Carbs?
Everything.
Everything?
Steak and nachos and potatoes and eggs and raw and protein shakes and oh my gosh,
Why?
what this man for I guess to look like The Rock.
To become a specimen of a man.
Holy smokes, I
See
can't
how The Rock
believe
works.
what he can eat.
He's gotten a little bit too big now.
Too
Apparently,
big.
they want him to play the Hulk.
So, he can.
So he's huge now. He see his
Remember
arms.
Lou Ferrigno? Was he really built like that?
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno was numero uno. He beat Arnold Schwarzenegger
Wow.
Really?
in the
You
concert.
guys are just.
That's what we used to watch on TV. Huge, right? That's what The Rock eats. Made me think of it when you said nachos.
I don't like being that big because people have to bathe you and they have to clean you because you can't reach. So muscle bound, you can't sort of reach
But you
toes.
bump everybody like
reach
at
your toes?
events.
And then some.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
People
Is that a thing?
people would be intimidated by you.
Why?
Being that big.
What?
Like a real thing.
Yeah,
Already
don't
make
think I
stuff up.
believe you.
it's true. Look it up.
What?
Who bathes The Rock? Is that the question?
Somebody bathes somebody. Somebody bathes him. I'm pretty sure he.
They
has a
they put the
shower.
ointment on him and he gets people to bathe him. Well, every woman in the world wants to bathe The Rock.
Oh, okay.
I think you made that up.
I'm not making it up.
Can you
When they're
imagine applying
training,
for that job?
when they're training, they're
Job
so
posting.
they're
Would
so
you like to rub oil on the rock?
they're
yeah.
so they're so juiced. These are people that compete bodybuilders. I'm not talking about The Rock. Rock is still an actor. I'm talking about people that go in there and they walk and their muscles are on top of muscles, and it makes it very difficult to sort of get around.
I got to tell you, what was nice about Maureen yesterday is she's a boxer and she works out, but she has the feminine side to her also. It's not like these guys that are like all juiced up doing their thing.
Well, and she also dances salsa when she fights. That's
Really?
hilarious. Her footwork,
Oh, she said she
boxing's
wants to dance
technique.
with you.
Did she?
Yeah,
No, because she may hit me.
she might. You got
I
to
step on her toes, she'll punch me out.
dance with Mama Ali.
Can you imagine going on with a female boxer and you walk in and people go, yo, what you got cooking
That's
there?
the whole woman empowerment piece. Is you want to be empowered, but you want to be on a date also. You
Yeah,
don't
but
want
the
to
guy
be,
feels pretty, we feeling good here. We got champion in the house. She comes in with that belt. I say, man, move your chair.
Yeah, what would you do if you dated a celebrity?
I
Would
would
you be enamored
I
by
would-
their status?
I would take a flashlight, put it on the table, and then it said, champs in the house.
But would a guy feel insecure if a woman makes more money and has more of a celebrity status than
Absolutely not.
them? No?
Absolutely not.
You would be okay dating someone who was a celebrity and everyone recognized her
J
or
Lo,
him?
tell me your ring size. I got no problem with it.
Yeah, as long as she's.
I just wanna
as
be
long as
part
she
of it.
recognize me,
She ain't gonna recognize who
She
you.
gonna recognize
She's
me.
gonna say, you either do it my way or
While
there's
we're in
the highway.
While we're in the black car, she's gonna be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
You guys are okay with that? Are you okay with a woman picking up the check?
As much as she wants.
It's like
You want to pick up my next check? As much as you want.
On
If
a
I brought
date.
you out, if I brought you out, yeah.
on a date, not a business transaction. Not me, but on a date.
I always say on a date, you picking this up or am I? And she says, well, the man is supposed to. I says, no, that's old school.
So you're okay with it?
Why not? As a matter of fact, anybody want to take me on a date, you pay for it. I'm all in.
Are you okay paying for a date,
Yeah,
Bailey?
I got money.
Yeah, if I have the money.
Or you split? What's more of the protocol these days?
Now, I got to give you a different scenario before you answer, before you put your tongue in your foot in your mouth.
I'm not gonna
In your town, when you do business, you're supposed to pick up the tab.
Let me ask you about that. How often, though, are you supposed to pick up the tab?
Every time.
Every time?
If he's in your
the same
town
person?
and it's a business, every time.
For the entire time they're here? Or just one meal?
Every time. Every time is like every time is spelled every time.
Really?
It's business.
Really?
Yes. Now, if it's personal, like we're hanging out with somebody, says, "Yo, sucker, you pick up the tab. I picked it up last time." If it's personal, but if it's business, your town, your stakes, your place.
I was always wondering about that, like what's protocol?
You understand how that works? Your town, your place, your stakes.
Now, what if you go to visit friends?
That's personal.
What if you go to visit friends and just the woman and the kids go? And you go out of town, you visit your friends, and it's the husband and the wife. You go out for dinner because they're your friends for years.
Wait a
picks
minute.
up the bill?
Wait, what's husband and what? What? You're getting very confused.
Say, I gotta see what it is. Your sister comes in from out of town.
Okay, she ain't gonna pay next.
Do you pick up the tab?
Yes,
Or do you say no? I'll split
Yes.
it with you.
I pick
You
up my
pick up the
sister.
tab. What if?
And she hates it.
What if Mata's mom came into town?
Pick up the tab.
No questions asked. You
Not,
wouldn't say
not
to
even
her,
a
"Let's
blink.
split it."
No.
See, because you do the right thing.
Is that the right thing? It's the only thing.
I think so.
Visitors come in, they gotta take care of the visitors. Otherwise, they stop visiting.
Maybe that's the idea. Don't come visit or don't stay with
You
me.
take one of the kids to lunch and they're in school, gotta pick up the tab.
Absolutely.
Except for
this
him,
one.
because he took my card
This
and
one.
destroyed me.
I already got a copy of your card, so you don't have to.
I changed it.
I was thinking of you yesterday because someone got Chuck's bank card last week of some Circle K, and they told him 7 to 10 days to get a bank card. But it came yesterday. It took like 2 days.
Yeah.
While yours took 3
Because
weeks.
they gave
I
Linda
don't
the
know
bank
what
card,
yours
not
took
me.
I was waiting for.
I had to
it
wait
take
2
3
weeks for mine.
His
I'm
came
looking at you.
yesterday.
Listen, the bottom line is if you want to show somebody, like people come into the studio and we treat them like royalty. As a matter of fact, I was told what happened on Fridays. Because Fridays, it was a whole different vibe. So we got to get our game back on. We've been real busy. But we got to get our game back on. Well, normally you were mixing drinks.
Well, Wayne hasn't been here in a while either.
Yeah, but now Wayne's gone, so now there has to be a new
We have
sheriff.
to refill Fridays.
We need a new sheriff, and we had to flow. Yeah, the music wasn't flowing. We're not doing the cafe dance midway between the show. You know, people notice these things.
Because we've been
Cafe
dancing
dance.
through the raindrops, moving
Yeah.
crew around. This Friday, the past Friday, we had Bree there, Alyssa here. Then they swapped.
That
and
was
then
the
Sabrina
dance.
came. Then Bree went back out there, and it's been like
That's because Silly Putty wasn't here.
Silly
sorry.
Putty wasn't here, and Spring Break was here.
Spring break was
Silly
my
Putty.
bad.
I don't know
Slicky
your name.
putty.
Yeah, Silly Putty. We go like this to him.
You were the
But you
kind of
guys
cool on
took it-
Silly Putty.
Silly Putty.
You guys-
Do you think we could print your comic strips on newsprint paper and make them
Absolutely.
and then you put Silly
Absolutely.
Putty on them, and then remember?
No, I'm not
Remember
going through
every-
all that to do
What?
the Silly
Do you
Putty.
remember that? Do you guys ever
Yeah.
do that?
Do
But
what?
silly, if you back in the day when we actually had newspapers.
You put it
and
here.
comic strips were printed on newspaper. You would take the Silly Putty and rub it on the comic strip, and when you pulled
And that-
it
yeah.
away, you would see the comic strip
On the Silly Putty.
Oh, I think I've heard of that before.
And then when they found out that,
So
then they
old.
found out that the ink, the indigo ink that was in the newspaper was toxic on the Silly Putty.
Is that true?
So that's why
Really?
Silly Putty almost went out of business.
Really? I did not know. that.
Really?
All right, no more
I didn't
Silly
know
So
Putty.
we ain't doing that no more. I was just gonna tell you we ain't doing that.
But it would be kind of cool to print it in a real paper.
We
real
should.
Newspaper. We should take all of your comics and somehow print them so we have them.
And make sure it's not toxic.
We can just print them and like put them in a book or something. But
Call
we
a,
should definitely do it.
call a comic book maker, and do it. You want it as a newspaper or as a comic book? Two different papers.
I don't know. It's
Comic
something to
book
think
paper is
about.
much cheaper.
We're from
and,
Cafe
uh,
Comic
Caf-
Book.
I got a friend of mine, Corpy, in Arizona. He is a comic book collector. He has comic books that are worth thousands in these plastic sheets. No.
Yeah.
Barely even read them. If he read one and he puts it in a plastic sheet, he takes the fingerprints off it. It's unbelievable. And then they put it up for auction.
They're worth so much money, right?
Thousands.
It's amazing what things are worth. And if you have no idea, even people in garage sales, when you go to throw things away, I think that's why people become hoarders. Because what if that one painting, that one piece of ceramic could be worth $1 million, $100,000? But you don't know until you don't know.
Well, the funny thing is that if you, let's say Slick does a painting. Let's say that's Slick's painting. And then Slick grows up to be a somebody. That painting now went from 0 to $100 million. Right? So you never know. See, Freddie keeps everything. Everything.
Do you know your Christmas presents are still in boxes?
The train?
Yes.
The train. But can you help me build the train track? Do you know how to build the train?
No, but it
The
sounds
question
fun.
would
I
be-
would like to try.
Where would we put
On
the
that
train?
yellow table, I want to make a circle so the train can go like this. You see, they gave me a train track, right? But I can't put it here because you guys use this.
Yeah, that's true.
And I can't put it in B, and I can't put it out there because nothing fits out there. The yellow table around train track. Can you help me?
Yeah. And
Because
then when
it-
Christmas comes, you could put the train around the tree.
No, what I want to do is I want to build the train around the studio.
No, that's.
Oh, that could be cool.
But you have to have.
I found something that interests her.
She's funny, right?
No, they sell a track, and then it has these things underneath that you have to buy to hold it up against the wall. No, it'll be
No,
it'll be around. You can see it.
eye level, kind of.
A little bit higher than either. It'll be like that. And then I'm gonna make holes in the wall, and the train will come in here, and go out there.
You gotta be careful about the doors, though.
You making holes?
No, it's gonna be on the top. Yeah. I'm gonna make a hole, and I'm gonna put a sheeting so it's finished. I got it all here. I got it all here.
How your mind works. You're like Rowan. That's when Rowan is like
You don't like trains?
I do, but how your mind works is like
Have
you're
you-
like 6 years old.
Have you ever taken the Trans Europe Express?
I gotta tell you, that quote that you posted about you, that you were always a child, and you think, that's so you.
I'm what?
You know how you think like a child? That quote you put up
I am.
on Facebook. 100% you. How did they know?
But that's me. I love to be a child. That's why when you talk to children, be them.
You
Talk
are.
to them the way they are talking. What's wrong with that?
Absolutely
I love
nothing.
trains. Matter of fact, if the train really worked, I can send you a message on the train, and the little thing goes, and it drops the message down.
100%.
I kind of dig
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Isn't that cool? Oh, I got another that she likes. And everybody gets a cart. right? So you have A train. A train. Oh my God, we can name the whole thing the A train.
The A train, the A train, B train. Here you go.
That would be
yours,
great.
Yours will have a cart with your face on it. Kind of the same thing. Everybody gets a cart. So every time an intern comes and goes, we put a sticker on.
The amount of interns I know.
You know, you're foaming me. I'm foaming. Like a boxer before he fights. I may need.
Silly putty, tell me out here.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah,
He's
I'm just like, I lost you after you said holes in the walls.
Yeah, you make a tunnel.
I know what you're talking about.
You put the track inside.
I seen like
you put a finish.
I seen supermarkets like that when like it hits 12 or 3, this big train comes out.
You seen the supermarket? do
Yeah,
that?
it's called Wegmans, and there's this train that always comes out like between 12 and 3, and it circles the whole place. It's a big warehouse. It can happen. It's just like
Okay, where is this warehouse?
Wegmans.
Wegmans. It's
Where's
called
that?
Wegmans. It's
Where is
it?
up north.
I think they have them in like North Carolina too.
Yeah.
If you are watching this show and you have a train set up already that you would like to take down and donate to the Brooklyn Cafe, I will be
Oh, thank
more than
Charles
happy.
Rolonda's grandfather.
And it's
Yes.
funny because the train stations, you put little lights, you know, and you have like little flashing. Like everybody laughs at me because the studio has all these
You
lights.
just need more space.
I need a bigger space.
You know, another thing we can do with the trains, so we can perhaps like paint the trains. That'd be.
We are gonna make every producer gets his own little caboose, maybe 2 to a caboose, because it would be a real long train, right?
Think
I'd be
about
okay
it.
with that.
You got Fuego coming in at 11.
Yes.
All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm showing you Wegmans train.
Oh, he found a white man's train.
Look, that's how it looks. It's on the top of the super.
That's exactly what I want. That's what I want. Ladies and gentlemen.
I was scared one time and then
What?
you
Check
just
that
see this
out.
train.
That's
They probably
what I
have. They hire.
Hey,
someone
Trey, you're
probably
gonna be in
just
charge
to-
of this.
Just to take care of the trains.
Yeah.
I could take care of it. I go up there and take care of it. Cole will get up there, forget about it. He's so
Absolutely.
long, he's forget.
Nice.
Can we do that? Can we
It's
put that?
Anything is possible.
It's possible to do that. But you
Anything
have
is
to-
possible.
Anything is. I can't get a sign outside, but anything is possible.
All right, let's wrap this up. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe. Tune into our midday show where we're spreading some more kindness. And we'll see you in a little bit.
Don't be late.
Bye bye. Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late. Thank you for listening to the morning show. As I go now to fill my mug, which is completely empty, I'm coffee out.
Your cup runneth over.
No,
Have
company dry.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Tune in for all of our other morning shows coming from Ant Media Productions, and then our afternoon show at 12 o'clock.
And always join us for more fun and laughs, because you know your day starts when you smile.
Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.